Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So now I've just watched a film out of the early 2000s, not sure exactly the year, called Cold Mountain, starring Jude Law, Nicole Kidman, Renee Zellweger, Donald Sutherland, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Natalie Portman. Pretty good cast and crew, actually. The director was the same director of The English Patient, which is another really, really good classic. And I will say this is a really good movie too. It takes place during the Civil War, and it details it details Nicole Kidman's character at a farm in the South, as well as her love, which is Jude Law, fighting for the Confederacy in the Civil War. And he gets injured. It's loosely based off a true story, but it isn't fully a true story. It's just loosely based on one. And he is a deserter from the military. He was injured, shot in the throat, somewhat healed, and then became a deserter and decided just to hike all the way back home through the wilderness. And so it's kind of an adventure in a way too. I mean, more serious. Like, it's not like like some fun adventure or something, but in a more serious way. It definitely has some adventure movie aspects to it. The landscape is, again, really beautiful. You can tell a lot of it, none of it's fake. You can tell a lot of it's, really on real locations, again, which is really good. The story of it's good. I mean, that basically is the story of it, and that's the main story of it, and then there's all kinds of other little side characters and side stories that have their own little arcs, and they bring up all kinds of different little things that could have, little situations that could have happened in a time like that and during that time in history, and have it very realistic, but also with a fictional kind of flow to it, so that it's a made-up story, but based off of stuff that could really happen. And yeah, it's a good movie. The violence is pretty brutal. This is the war footage is pretty damn. The war scenes are pretty damn gruesome, and they're pretty they're pretty action packed. Well, I will say, I can't believe Renee Zellweger won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in this movie. I mean, her role is that must have been that was a snub or a mistake or something. I swear, because her role and her performance in this, I mean, I guess it's a little bit out of character from what the kind of people that she's normally used to playing, I guess, but the role really isn't that good, and her character isn't that great of a character either. I mean, I really don't know what the ultimate attraction to her character in this movie was. The movie's definitely way too long. It's really damn long. It could have been trimmed down a lot more and still worked. The acting's all really good. It's got a pretty good cast. Philip Seymour Hoffman does a really good role. He's sort of, his character is a good guy, but also kind of a bad guy too, and he plays that sort of in-between, middle ground, hard to know how to judge this guy kind of thing really well. And all the characters were done really well. And yeah, there's some heavy scenes in this movie too. There's some really disturbing, gut-wrenching, heavy scenes. It kind of doesn't hold back in a lot of ways. It goes real all out in depicting some truly brutal history, that's for sure. And yes, the soundtrack is really good. The music's really good. It's particularly the ending song. It is I'm pretty sure it's a Jack White cover of Great High Mountain, which is a really good song. Yeah, I liked that. I mean, it's pretty much a good movie. There's some scenes in it too, there's some bizarre scenes as well. There's the heavy scenes, and then there's just some bizarre scenes, and it really does tackle subject matter that a lot of movies would shy away from doing. And I actually think I will say, as far as acting performances go, I like Jude Law. He's a good actor, and I like a lot of the movies he's been in. He's not my favorite actor working out there, but I do respect his work. And I will say this is probably his best role. I will say, definitely, and definitely one of the best movies he's been in, at least in my opinion anyway. And I quite enjoyed this movie, but I'm trying to think of how to grade it. I think maybe a B plus would be good for Cold Mountain, and then for the cheese grading, I don't know, it definitely does have some cheese to it though. What would the cheese grading be? I don't know, I think this one is sort of like Baby Bell or something like that. Like, it's tangy, but it's, you know, fresh and good and lasts a while. You know, you're definitely going to notice the cheesiness of it, but the flavor of it, it's good cheese, and the flavor of it lasts a while. And you can have a package of it, pack it with you, and, you know, have it as snacks as you go. Alright, so that's my review for Cold Mountain, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and please come back for more.